Ever come across something which made you question the reality of our world? In most cases, the answer is probably a no. This is because most strange things and phenomena are few and far between, which is why we bring you this list of 15 things that look like they're from another planet so that you don't have to look for them. Get ready to see planet Earth through a completely new perspective. Before we dive in, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe and click the notification bell for more such amazing content. Number 15. Magnolia seeds. Probably the most bizarre thing to kick off this list, these odd-looking pods seem like something out of an extraterrestrial movie. The time-lapse shows the pod slowly shriveling while these mysterious red seeds are ejected out of the individual holes. You might be wondering what this alien-looking thing is, but let us set your mind at ease. It's nothing more than a magnolia seed pod. As the pod ripens, the seeds within the pod get pushed out. This then invites small critters like squirrels and birds to feast on them, who eventually help spread the seeds around. Nature does it best when it comes to promoting and spreading life. Number 14. Ceramic sculpture. What you're looking at now might look like a giant genie's lamp blowing out smoke, but that's far from reality. This unique ceramic artwork pays homage to a very special thing which made life possible for all of us. Studio Spine, the London-based design team, is behind this unique creation and cites the photosynthetic microorganism cyanobacteria as their muse. Some believe that 3 billion years ago these cyanobacteria first started producing oxygen in the history of the planet, and ever since then allowed all subsequent life to flourish, including us. The 32 cannons on this ceramic wonder, called the Infinity Blue, releases rings of smoke, which are supposed to represent how the cyanobacteria released oxygen into the atmosphere. This 29.5-foot and 20-ton installation can be witnessed in the Eden Project in Cornwall. Number 13. Harbin Opera House. Alien base sighted. Flying over, you might be struck by the beauty and even a bit of apprehension by the sight of this otherworldly structure, but luckily this is no alien base. The Harbin Opera House is an architectural marvel located in Harbin, China. MAD Architects, the creative geniuses behind this project, wanted to build a futuristic structure, and it looks like they were more than successful. The architects wanted to balance out the savagery and cold climate of this region, and this building is a structural representation of that balance. The facade of the building outlines the surrounding landscape. The contours of the opera house give the impression that the building was shaped by wind and water. Parts of the walls are made using local Manchurian ash, and the facade is built with aluminium panels and glass. Imagine attending a performance inside this structure. It would be otherworldly, to say the least. Number 12. Glowworm Cave. If you want to enjoy a magical version of Van Gogh's Starry Night, head over to the Glowworm Cave in the Waitomo Cave Complex on the North Island of New Zealand. What you're looking at is nothing short of magic. These caves have attracted millions of tourists for their unique natural display of lights. The caves are home to the mushroom mosquitoes called Arachnocampa luminosa, which are only found here in the entire world. What they do to put up this show is spectacular. The larvae weave threads and hang droplets of sticky liquid on the end while attaching them to the roof of the cave. The blue light emitted by these sticky droplets is a result of bioluminescence. What you have left with is the incredible display of lights inside the dark caves. Could there be a more beautiful sight on this planet than this? Definitely one for the bucket list. Number 11. Eerie fruits. At first glance, these unusual looking fruits might seem strange only for the odd colour and shape, but that wouldn't be interesting enough to deserve a mention here. Upon closer inspection, what you see is something you wouldn't want to see even in your wildest nightmares. Hundreds of spider eggs have found a nest within these strange fruit-like structures. The thing is, these are not fruits at all, but cocoons of a type of weaver spider called the Ordegarius magnificus. These spiders are endemic to forests along Australia's eastern coast. When it's breeding season, the females weave several egg sacs and attach them to the branches of trees. What you end up seeing are these strange-looking fruit-like nests, so don't pick them if you ever come across them. Number 10. Laser installation. Green energy is the future, and to promote it further, Dutch designer Daan Roosegaarde came up with this unique laser installation. Daan, together with his team of colleagues and engineers, designed this laser show called the Windlicht in Eneco Wind Farm in the Netherlands. They connected each turbine with one another using a series of laser lights. A laser light is projected from a turbine and touches the blade of a neighbouring turbine. Using a software to track the movement and the wind speed, the laser follows perfectly in sync with the rotating blades. What you see in the end is a merger of technology and nature in synergy. The unique installation has caught the interest of other energy companies who also wish to upgrade their wind farms to this artistic display. Sounds like a great plan to make green energy even more interesting and cooler. Number 9. Glowing plants. Bringing an alien world to Earth is a distant dream for most science fiction fans, but a team of scientists have achieved this in making something close to it. Glowing forests are a part of fictional worlds of distant planets, but what you're witnessing here is part of our planet. Karen Sarkisian found a way to make this happen. Her team have found metabolic similarities between the bioluminescence of some fungi and managed to introduce that DNA sequence into common tobacco. The end result, this radiant glowing jungle. Imagine wandering under these plants, kinda like the glowworm caves of New Zealand. Number 8. Sand towers. Mysterious and unexplained structures have long been documented on Earth. Things like crop circles and ancient structures like Göbekli Tepe are a few examples of such scenarios. Photographer Joshua Nowicki stumbled across similar unexplained structures recently along the shores of Lake Michigan near St. Joseph City. These sand towers and dozens of them seemingly came out of nowhere, but luckily there is an explanation for their existence. Blasts of wind slowly eroded away frozen sand on the shores, and what you're left with are these strange tower structures which can reach up to a foot high. Too bad the explanation kinda ruins their mystery, but they are still cool to look at. Number 7. Victoria Regia. How do you float on water if you don't have a life vest or a boat? The Victoria Amazonica or the Victoria Regia might be what you need. They are an aquatic tropical plant of the water lily family, but looking at these images, it's quite easy to see why they are so special. These are the largest water lilies in the world. The diameter of some of these leaves can reach up to 6.5 feet wide. Thanks to the hollow ribs beneath them, they can support weights of more than 66 pounds. You can see these kids have no trouble getting on them and sitting comfortably, like sitting on a sofa. The Shuangzi Park in Taiwan has similar water lilies which are said to support 143 pounds. That's close to an adult man's weight. How would you love to sit on one of these? We bet you would. Number 6. Invisible sea creatures. Take a look at this beautiful object in the water. Is it a gem or maybe a piece of coloured glass? Oh, wait, it just disappeared for a second. You'll be shocked to find out that this is actually a creature called the sea sapphire. This tiny copepod can live in most places with water. Depending on the depth where it inhabits, the colour of the sea sapphire varies, from a yellow, orange and red hue for shallow depths to green, blue and purple shades for deeper waters. The sea sapphire can blend in perfectly with its surroundings. What makes them even more incredible is that they can disappear or give the appearance of invisibility. Scientists have attributed this skill to their guanine crystal reflectors on the shell, which are arranged in a perfect hexagonal design. When it needs to disappear, the sea sapphire turns its back at an angle of 45 degrees to the light. This causes the wavelength of the reflected light reaching its predator to shift to invisible ultraviolet. In other words, it turns invisible. Incredible, right? Number 5. Glasswing butterfly. The Greta Otto butterfly is unlike any other butterfly that you've ever seen. Found mostly in the humid forests of Mexico and Argentina, the wings of these butterflies are extraordinary. They are essentially transparent. According to scientists, this unique wing is a result of random distribution of special nanopillars or microscopic filaments that create these glass-like wings. As much as they are beautiful to look at, the knowledge gathered from studying their wings has practical purposes as well. They can help improve optical devices, lenses, photo detectors and even optimize solar energy to be more efficient. Our thanks to the Greta Otto butterfly for teaching us a thing or two. Number 4. Galaxy flower. This variety of petunia is a creation of mankind. In 2015, specialists from Germany made this incredible space petunia, also known as night sky. This artificially bred hybrid species with its incredible colors and pattern is as good as the night sky. The variety has since won various awards at the European Flower Exhibition. Imagine having a garden full of these flowers. It would be like looking into the galaxy right in your own backyard. Number 3. Snail jelly. What would you do if you came across such a thing? Probably play with it? Or if you're a little more adventurous, maybe bite into it? We recommend doing neither. This alienish jelly is in fact very much part of this world. Any guesses? You probably won't know, since these are the eggs of cone and moon snails. Well, not exactly the entire egg, but the female hides thousands of eggs within this jelly mass. The idea is to ensure survival of some, if not all. So when a predator digs into such a jelly substance, there's a good probability that it won't consume all the eggs when stored in such a manner. Though the jelly looks fun, the creature that emerges from it isn't so friendly. The moon snail is known to bore into the shell of other shell-type prey and then use its proboscis to eat the flesh. Sounds terrifying. Number 2. Sea lilies. What are these creepy crawlers? Clearly something that isn't from this planet, right? But interestingly, they are very much found on Earth. These are sea lilies, and they've been around, it's believed, for more than 400 million years. These are benthic animals, in other words, animals which live on the sea floor. They have a unique calyx-shaped body, a mouth in the center, and many branching rays extending upwards. They can be seen in different bright colors and are cousins of sea urchins and starfish. Not surprising, since you can see the similarities. They generally feed on plankton and small particles of detritus, dead particulate organic material. They are creepy and unusual enough to warrant a place on this list. Don't you agree? Number 1. Colourful slug. To conclude this incredible list, we introduce this beautiful mollusk called the Flabellinopsis iodinea, or also known as the Spanish shawl. The colours are so diverse and vibrant that it's almost like watching a moving painting. This gastropod mollusk from the order of Nudibranchia is a sight to behold with its incredible display of colours. The body itself is purple, the rhinophores are scarlet, and the serrates are orange in colour. Astaxanthin, a type of carotenoid pigment, is responsible for the magenta, red and orange shades. If nature knew how to paint, this is it. Well, that's all of it. Have you seen any of them in person? Let us know in the comments. For more such amazing content, be sure to hit the like button, share and subscribe. Later.